Pre-draft press conference.
All right.
The Dallas Cowboys currently are 27th in the draft order, right behind the Giants.
Yeah, it means we had a great season.
Will they trade up? Could they possibly trade up? B.A.M. Robinson, when the mock drafts first started, few had him falling to the Cowboys, 27th. That's not happening. Now that we've hit draft week.
Sad but true.
Will the Cowboys trade up? Will they trade up? Here they are.
You can read all the mock drafts. You can see all the things that maybe were officially polled quietly by other general managers, but you'll never know till you're there. You can make a quick decision if we say, hey, here's an opportunity, and oh, by the way, it's a guy we had quite a bit higher than where he's fallen to now. It might be worth considering giving up something.
Well, I made one on Manziel a few years ago. So well. Right there. So.
When we're 6, 7, 8 picks out, and we always ask the question, what would it take to go up and get him? Does it take your bottom of the second round pick to go get him? And we 9 times out of 10 we'll have that conversation. So
drafting's not our problem. Coaching is.
Mike McCarthy looks like he's hostage.
He's got to get everybody.
That's a walk-off line with Mike McCarthy sitting there.
I didn't even know Mike McCarthy was awake.
Well, I mean,
that's how I felt.
Conference where we chose sound bites that the Joneses were talking.
I know, but look alive, Mike. You're just sitting there like.
Yeah, he doesn't look. Because me and Brockman were like
look alive.
He didn't want to be there.
Look like a human being.
He looked like he was held hostage.
Stuff going on. He didn't want to be there anyway. There was no need for him to even be there when Jerry's got the money.
Remarkable. After he was hired to tell the Joneses, I've watched every snap of your team from the last year, and then once he's hired, admitting he didn't.
I mean, how many of us haven't embellished a little bit on the resume?
Oh,
Yeah.
We've all twisted a
Don't
little
go
bit.
after Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, you leave my coach alone, Brockman. Just because you don't like your coach, all right? You leave
How
mine
about
alone.
Jerry? How about Jerry? What if Stephen and the rest of the organization didn't tell him back in the day, we're not taking Manziel. We're not taking him. We're not trading up to go get him. What about Jerry just flat out?
Jerry wanted Johnny so bad.
Almost as bad as Skip Bayless in that video that went viral. How wrong can one man possibly be in the same video where another man is so right? Merrill Hodge. How about that one?
If you've never seen that video, look it up.
Well, at any rate.
yeah.
Well, what if you want to talk about a sliding door and how different organizations would be?
Yeah.
Because if he couldn't handle Cleveland, can
Wow.
you imagine if the star was on the side of his helmet?
Maybe it would have worked out.
Maybe.
No.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show.
What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here. Oh, and we're already, boy, I am way behind here. We've been open all day long. Hope everybody's doing good. It has been crazy because I've been knee deep in the red brick house, and I've shifted gears because today has been running around getting everything together for the draft. My wife's like, you need some new jeans because you lost a few pounds, and I don't want you showing your ass out there because, of course, Stan out there loves to see my behind. It's great that somebody wants to actually see my behind, but, it's kind of cool. And getting my sound equipment together because we want to make sure that we can get all of the great content and stuff that you guys can hear us in the crowd and things. And then, of course, the weather's kind of changed, so we're looking at cool weather and maybe rain on Friday. So now I got to change gears from shorts to long pants and see if I need to get a poncho and what we're going to do if it's raining. So it's just a lot of moving parts here. And then, of course, Jerry Jones has the press conference for the draft. And that kind of leaves more questions than answers. What's up, Flip? Flip from Richmond, man. You're only about an hour and a half away, man. Shout out to you. Let me say hello to all of the lovely ladies in the place. I know we got Stacy Schubert, Roland's Review. Angelica Baron. What's up, Angelica? And my man Brian SoCal, shout out to Brian SoCal because he did the art and stuff for the print here on it. Although we're not taking an RV, but I do love the broke down RV. That's exactly what broke ass media should have. And then there's Angelica Barone. What's up, Angelica? And Gina Dallas Diva. What's up? Did I miss any of the lovely ladies? All right. And, of course, you know we got Twiz Digga, who's always up in here, our resident OK Eagle fan. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Gannon, their defensive coordinator, basically kind of said the fans and the press in Philadelphia are hard on a brother. Can you believe that they're actually tough on people? Kind of like Jerry Jones is with Mike McCarthy. And I don't know how you guys felt about that one. You know, Jerry was joking, but my wife and my mother always said there's a little bit of seriousness in every joke. So is he already got a scapegoat? Bobby Ice, what's up, Bobby Ice? Angelica, you know, you're worth 3 times as many, okay, girl? Jerry just has to stir some shit up. He just stirs some shit up. That's just what Jerry does. He loves to give us the sound bites and everything else. But more importantly, there were a couple of things that happened in this press conference today that may give you an inkling to what the Cowboys may be thinking. Of course, we had Mike McCarthy, who looked like he was in Get Out. Like, you know, you've seen the movie Get Out? You know, when he sees the people, and they're just kind of standing there like, I just want to get out of here. And that looked like Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy looked like he would rather be anywhere but there. But he was talking about tight end. Now, it's, of course, the whole bravado, the whole trying to make you guess what they're actually trying to do. You know, they don't want people to know who their targets really are. So, you know, you don't get the whole picture. But Mike McCarthy was talking about his prototypical tight end, about 6'4", 250, versatile, a guy who can catch, a guy who can block. And that sounds like Mike Meyer. Now, if you've listened to what the experts have to say, that they think the floor for him is the Dallas Cowboys. So they're thinking that if he's there, the Cowboys will take him. I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. How would you guys feel about us taking a tight end in the first? I look at it from, people will call me crazy, you know, and that's fine. Sometimes I'm kind of stupid. I have a video of Michael Irvin that would, oh shit, oh, fuck, damn, ow. That hurt. Damn. Fucking wind. Ow. Sometimes people say I've been bumped in the head too many times. And, you know, maybe that is the case, that I have been knocked in the head a couple times. But here's my thought on tight ends. Tight ends, in Cowboys history, we've always had great tight ends. In fact, the term security blanket was Jay Novacek with Troy Aikman. And when you think about the Dallas Cowboys offense from the 90s, you think about Emmitt Smith being the all-time leading rusher. You think about the Great Wall of Dallas. You think about Michael Irvin, the playmaker. Angelica, it was the wind. I had my tripod. It was actually some really bad storms that came through. It was one of those storms where a lot of tornadoes had happened through the South and stuff, and it finally got to, you know, to my end of the country. And the wind blew, because I have like a spotlight that's on it, so it's flat. So the wind caught it, And it was just crazy because I turned my head and all of a sudden, boom, it was the win. It was the win. But back to tight ends. You would think that if you had the best offensive line in football, that you had, Hall of Fame playmaking wide receiver, you had a guy like an Alvin Harper and things like that. You had a great back. Why would you need a security blanket? But that's what they had. He was the in case shit happens guy. I know that I can go to him. He's going to bail us out. I've got, a blitz that's coming. I got a lot of pressure. I'm getting rid of the ball. We haven't had that guy since Jason Witten in his younger years. I don't know that Dak has ever really had that. And when you look at the Cowboys versus the great teams in the NFL, you look at the George Kittles, you look at the Kelsey, you look at the Dallas Goedert and the guy they had before that. You look at the Gronks. You look at the football teams of today. Typically, they have a much better tight end than they do a running back. Mark was low-key pitching the wind and a frustrate. Okay. Philadelphia.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
I really don't remember asking you, Philadelphia, but welcome back there, buddy. Eagle fans, God, you guys have a way of just getting on my nerves, man. Eagle fans,
Fuck them birds. Fly, Eagles, fly. Now we shoot those birds out of the sky. Stupid dumbasses managed to give up a 3rd and 30 to my sexy arm. Pathetic defense and team. No wonder I own those piece of shit frauds every damn year. Don't get me started on the fans. You boo me while I earned a respected award. Losing the Super Bowl was just karma for you fuckheads. I can't wait to drop 100 on your heads next season while being the daddy of the NFC East again.
I'm feisty tonight, guys. Okay, I'm feisty because I'm excited. I am excited. I got a lot of work to do. I may not sleep for the next couple of days, but I'm excited because of the draft trip. Okay, all right. So don't mess with me, Eagle fans. Don't mess with me. Okay. Thomas Garrett, what's up, Thomas? Sugar Daddy Williams, how you doing? Chris May, what's up? Back to the tight ends. You need a great tight end. And, we keep looking at things, unfortunately, through what we've done the last 10, 15 years between Jason Garrett, Scott Linehan, and all that. Tight end is one of the key positions with this West Coast. You need a guy who can block. You need a guy who can catch. And I love Peyton Hendershot. I love Jake Ferguson. But I look back, again, I keep going back to the Green Bay Packers Super Bowl year, and I look at the 3 great tight ends they had. I look at the 4 great wide receivers that they had that made life easy for Aaron Rodgers with that great defense. That was the winning formula that Mike McCarthy had. So I understand where Mike McCarthy looks and says, hey, I want a great rotation of tight ends. It's a possibility. Here's another key point that was made. And this is Stephen Jones. Stephen Jones, you heard him kind of say, we have the discussions. Sometimes there's a player who's like 5 or 6 spots, before we draft that's falling, that we have a higher grade on. We make the conversation, should we be interested? Should we make that move to get that guy who is falling that we believe is that difference maker? And maybe we should look more at using the 2nd round pick because we suck at the 2nd round pick. We suck at let's be clear. I mean, no disrespect for Diggs, okay? No disrespect for Diggs because Diggs has been great. DeMarcus Lawrence has been good. But beyond that, our 2nd round picks have not been very good. Flip, I'd rather have a great lineman too. I agree with you on that one. But understand that a tight end is helping the offensive line as well. He's helping the offensive line as well. D-line, Antonio, you know that the Dallas Cowboys are not thinking about a defensive lineman higher than 4. That would be more of my dream. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do it. The fact they took John Ridgeway in the 5th round, I was amazed when they did that. I was even more amazed that they let that guy go to the Commanders. Twiz, I want one. One of the Nubians finally popped today. I'm assuming that's one of the farm animals that you got there, Twiz. Is that one of the farm animals? So now you hear Stephen Jones talking about, it's possible that you could move up if that guy falls. We've had that conversation. And of course, Jerry Jones talks about, we had that one with Johnny Manziel. Oh, yeah. There's that. Okay. Moving right along on the Johnny Manziel one. But here's an interesting point, and this makes me think that the Cowboys would be more interested in possibly moving back. And the reason being, I think that they might be more inclined to move back is Stephen Jones says to them, there's about 15 to 18 guys that have a first-round grade. David Wiley, what's up, David? David, are you ready? David, are you ready? We want to be on the road by 10. By 10. So, David, I need to make sure we get you here by 10 o'clock on Wednesday morning. So, here's the thing. If they're thinking that at the 26th spot, 15 guys are really first-round grades, do they stay there at 26? Or do they look and say, we can move back and get one of these guys and maybe get an extra pick? I'm thinking that they would end up moving back. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm stupid. But I have a feeling that that may be what they do. James Snyder, how are you doing? My day has been good. I have been kind of busy running around, trying to take care of everything before we go. I got five of us that are going through. I got the wife that's doing shirts and stuff for everybody. So we're getting that stuff squared away. Got to pick up the vehicle tomorrow. Got to get my hearing checked tomorrow morning early. Trying to make sure everything is taken care of on this end for me to leave for a few days. It's been busy. If Jalen Carter dropped to us, do we grab him? It's possible. It's very, very possible. ESPN First Take emailed me and asked if I wanted to appear on First Take. Yeah, okay. Sure, Philadelphia, man.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Twiz, I think we're going to be going close to your area on the way to Kansas City there, buddy. We could grab your ass and take you with us. Take you hostage. Don't forget, Joe Boo, don't worry. Joe Boo's going. There's no way in hell we're going to miss him. Ain't no way we're going to miss taking Joe Boo. It's going to be called ESPN Fire Takes. I just can't today. Philadelphia, I just can't. Philadelphia. Come on, man. Victor Westfall, what's up, man? I'm kicking, man. I'm kicking, not high, but I'm kicking. So you got a dynamic where I don't think anybody really and truly knows what the hell the Cowboys are doing. Everybody's speculating, oh man, we're going to get Bijan. But here's, you get little pieces in there. So Jerry Jones kind of says, with Zeke Elliott, that it wasn't a mistake to draft him, but it may have been too soon to draft him. That now looking at having retrospect, the draft capital that you spent on him as a number 4 pick, and you start looking 6 years down the road and you say, there was Zeke, there was Jalen Ramsey. At this point, you would have been better off drafting Jalen Ramsey. And so to me, that gives you a little bit more into the window of what the Dallas Cowboys may be thinking as far as this draft goes. If Bijan Robinson drops to 26, do they look at it from the standpoint of, you had Zeke, we drafted him early, and instead we didn't draft a impact player at another position that would still be viable on the roster? Am I reading too much into that? Maybe. Help me, Rhonda. What's up, Rhonda? How are you doing? Miss Buttermilk Biscuits, how are you doing? And I tell you what, Rhonda would be cooking up some really good stuff for her man. He may be a Giant fan, but she takes good care of him. Offensive line or running back? I honestly don't. I would be shocked and amazed if the Dallas Cowboys drafted a running back in the first round. I really and truly would. This draft is full of running backs, and running backs, again, how many carries did we have last year when we were more run-centric? 25 to 30 a game. You got Tony Pollard. You had Zeke, about 15 carries, roughly, averaging out for each of them. You're going to take a first-round pick for a guy that you might have 15 or 20 snaps a game? I don't think you're going to do that. Yes, they did. Well, they thought if we get Zeke, we can run the ball more and take the load off of Tony Romo. Tony Romo was already gone. Understand Mike McCarthy's philosophy. I know Mike McCarthy said, I just want to run the damn ball. That's some bullshit. But let's be clear. That's some bull crap with them. If he's going to run anything like he has run in the past, he ain't going to be running the ball that much. Let me pull up these, because it still blows me away. Let me get these stats, because it's still crazy. My computer's freezing. Give it 1 second here. He took the load off. All right. Yeah. Well, the problem was Tony Romo was already shot by the time Zeke ever got the ball. Okay. Do I have the right year? Hold on. Actually, it's the year before. Hold up. Here we go. This is it. Let's go through, because this is where you realize what Mike McCarthy is about. Let's pull this up here. Understand. Let's go back up. Hold it. Here we go. Understand their offense was the 10th scoring offense, 9th in yards, and their defense was 2nd. Passing the football, they were 5th in the NFL. In rushing attempts, they were 20th and 24th. They didn't run the ball at all, not in comparison to what they were doing passing the football. And they had a great defense. We've got a great defense that should still be a top 5 defense that's good at taking the football away. But take a look at their running. They had Brandon Jackson got 703 yards, John Kuhn 281, and Aaron Rodgers was the next one at 356. But look at the wide receivers that they had. Donald Driver, Greg Jennings, James Jones, Jordy Nelson, and then tight ends wise, they had Jermichael Finley, Andrew Quarles, and Donald Lee. So they got about 800 yards in receptions from the wide receivers. They got about 1,000 yards from the running backs. They get 1,200 yards from Greg Jennings. They get, another 600 yards from Donald Driver. They get another 700 yards from James Jones, and they get another 600 yards from Jordy Nelson. It's about moving the ball around to multiple people. So when you say, go get this great running back, that doesn't exactly fit into what he's done in the past. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's evolved. Maybe he is that guy that now all of a sudden wants to run the football. But I don't think that he is. 40-year-old quarterback, shaking my head. Are you talking about Aaron freaking Rodgers going to the Jets that are now the 4th rated team for the Super Bowl? They have the same odds as the Cowboys of going to the Super Bowl. I'm telling you, Aaron Rodgers is not that same guy, man. I'm telling you, Aaron Rodgers has been going downhill the last 3 years. Drafting ain't the problem. Coaching is. Love me some. Twiz.
Situation requires is a whole lot more, and you shut your ass up.
Come on, man. Damn, you Eagle fans. You guys are feeling it tonight, aren't you? Michael King, how are you doing? Thank you, my lord. No more Aaron freaking Rodgers in the end. But, we played the Jets. James, I'm betting that we play the Jets on Thanksgiving. Watch. How do you become a member? If you go to the community tab, the link is on there, but I tell you what we'll do. Hold up. I will get it for you right now. Just give me 1 second. Bam, here we go. Okay, sorry. Can't do two things at once. And, of course, I miss having Michael here with me. He's taking care of da-da-da. That is the channel membership link for you right there. Bam. Okay. Yeah, we play the Jets, and I'm betting that we play them on Thanksgiving. And I'm hoping that we can take care of business with them. I think that's one that right now the Green Bay Packers are sighing relief, getting the number 15 pick and a 5th round pick, that they are going to be ecstatic about finally getting him off of the roster. I'm curious to see how much of the contract that they're going to eat of that $50 million, and wonder how long Aaron Rodgers will play and how long it'll be before Aaron Rodgers starts to get on their nerves. I want to play the Jets, and let's see if we can retire Aaron Rodgers. That would be cool. That would be great if we could do that. We're going to need a kicker. Yeah, we definitely are going to need one, but I'm not sure they'll draft one. The boys play my Hawks, so there's another possibility. Chris B., I agree with you on that one. You don't want your Thanksgiving ruined, but you got to remember the NFL loves drama, and that would be one of those ones that they would just love to be able to do that to the Dallas Cowboys. Karen Rodgers, the diva. Wow. The interesting thing is with Aaron Rodgers leaving the NFC, we've had the great migration of quarterbacks that have left the NFC to go to the AFC. And now you start looking around and saying, there's not a lot of great quarterbacks that are in the NFC right now. Right now, you got Hurts, you got Dak. Do we put Derek Carr there? Do we put Matthew Stafford? Is Matthew Stafford still going to be healthy enough? There's not a lot of great quarterback play. And, Eagle fans, you can call me crazy. I'm not ready to anoint Jalen Hurts as the best quarterback in the NFC. My son Rio today was like, oh, he's definitely the best quarterback in the NFC. But I'm kind of like, yeah, well, you also thought that getting Carson Wentz was a good thing, too. Jared, golf, yeah, you have to put golf in there, too. Cousins, but see, Kirk Cousins is like a gremlin at midnight that you don't feed after midnight. Kirk Cousins can't play in primetime. Ribbon Balls, I think we might be better this year on offense. I think we'll be better this year on offense for the simple fact that we've got better receivers. We at least have guys that are going to start the season that have actually had touchdowns in the NFL. Ooh, Twiz Digga. Damn. Is Aaron Rodgers going to start? Oh, man, he's not going to start stealing food stamps. No. Here's the funny thing. Even the Jets have more. Oh, my God. I just can't. What the hell is going on with you Eagle fans tonight, man? Jeez. You guys are ruthless tonight. I'll tell you what. Let me see if I can bring this up here for you. Because I learned earlier today how you can shut up an Eagle fan. Let's see if we can get this up. Let's see if it shows. If it does, because I had an interesting conversation today with one of your people. Nope, it won't. I've got to upload it differently. It was kind of hilarious because I hadn't seen my buddy in a while. And when I did, I found out what it takes to shut up an Eagle fan. And it's kind of cool. Let me see if it'll go up that way. Woo, Philadelphia's hitting it hard. Ray, how are you doing tonight? Wentz didn't play in the Super Bowl, and he's not a Hall of Famer. Jets where quarterbacks go to die. Laugh out loud. Argue with the kid Cowboys if you wish. You old timers know better. Here's the thing that's kind of funny. My quarterback that is much maligned, that you guys say, Dak regress Scott. Would you believe that he's had 2 seasons of 4,000 yards passing? In comparison to the Eagles' whole history, they got 1 year. That's it. Of throwing for over 4,000 yards. Anybody else think that's kind of interesting? Let's see if we've got it now. Hold up. Nope, it's not coming up. Damn, I'm having a hard time tonight. Michael Fife, how are you doing tonight? Mark talks more about Hurts and the Eagles than he does. Oh, the Eagles. Oh, my God. with all of you damn Eagle fans that are in here talking about your team and talking about how great they are, if you don't want to hear me talking about it, how about you don't show up? Again, you guys come here.
Fuck them birds. Fly, Eagles, fly. Now we shoot those birds out of the sky. Stupid dumbasses managed to give up a 3rd and 30 to my sexy arm. Pathetic defense and team. No wonder I own those piece of shit frauds every damn year. Don't get me started on the fans. You boo me while I earned a respected award. Losing the Super Bowl was just karma for you fuckheads. I can't wait to drop 100 on your heads next season while being the daddy of the NFC East again.
Oops. All right. There you go. And how about another oldie but goodie?
I fire Howie. Fucking fire the motherfucker! Stupid motherfucker! What an idiot! What an idiot! Dallas has Amari Cooper and Gallup, but we don't need a receiver. Are you kidding me? I don't want Justin Jefferson. He's ass. He's stupid. I fire his ass. I fire his ass. I mean, Howie's got to be stupid. What are you doing? You just let Dallas take him. You...
Oh, boy. Chris May, Mark, the Eagle fans in here are like skipping records. Repeat, and repeat the same old thing. Laugh out loud. That ain't no lie, man. It's just crazy. Jalen Hurts almost won the Super Bowl with a hurt shoulder. Almost. You want a cookie, Philadelphia? Get back to me when he wins one. Okay? Get back to me. I tell you what. Get back to me when he actually beats Dak Prescott head to head. How about that one? Okay, how about that one? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Marcus, I think here's what I think about the West Coast offense. One, the running game becomes more evolved in the passing game because you'll end up using a lot of screen pass, a lot of dump offs and things like that. The idea is to get the ball out of the quarterback's hand quicker. Instead of having these multiple routes that, between Dak and the receiver, they're not on the same page. It's about timing routes. 2-step, 3-step, 4-step, 5-step dropbacks, 1, 2, 3, boom, fire the ball. It's about getting the guys going downfield. You may see shorter passes, but you're going to see more action. If you're old like me, if you remember seeing guys like Alvin Harper in the slot going across the middle, even with Cole Beasley. If you remember when Cole Beasley in 2016 with Dak Prescott was always catching the ball, boom, right there in the slot and going across the middle there and picking up a lot of yards. You're going to see a lot more of that. A lot of what Kellen Moore would do would be the comeback routes and the curl routes, which are the receivers are going there, basically stop, turning around, boom, catching the ball. Now I've got to turn and go back upfield to try and get some momentum. You wouldn't see yards after catch because as they stop and come back for the ball, the defender stops and comes back for the football, and his eyes are back up the field, which makes it easier for the defender. If you are running a route with the receiver and trying to stick with him and seeing where he's moving, you can't keep your eyes on the quarterback to make a beat on the ball. And what it will do is it will get you a little bit more separation, which is something that we did not have a lot of last year. I think it'll be more dynamic. I think it will be more helpful just from the simple fact that when you heard the Tampa Bay players talk about, all we had to do was look at the film last year, and we would see exactly what they did. They didn't change anything. They didn't change anything at all. So, yeah, I'm actually very, very hopeful about the defense. So, yeah, excuse me, about the offense. I'm very hopeful that the change is going to be very, very good. They said he tried to break up with this girl when it was like the year before. Twiz, what are you doing? Kill hurt feelings. Did I miss that? Philly cream cheese puff. We're going to be running back at 26. If Gibbs is there, we'll pick up a second-round pick and we'll be Mingo. Maybe. Screw that. He can't beat Dak, so anyway, oh well. Eagles didn't beat one-legged Pat Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Please stop the Super Bowl. Stop the hate. You didn't beat Dakota Prescott. There you go. There you go, Carolina Cowboys. You want Carter. Man, did you guys all get out on parole or something this weekend? My God, man. I haven't seen you Eagle fans in here in like forever. Let's see. Here we go. Let me see if this was kind of cool. Okay, I'm a little bit off my game today, so forgive me. I didn't have time to prepare for tonight because I got a lot of shit going on. But one of my stops here. Here we go.
You know, I thought I was safe this morning. I came to Home Depot, department. You know, I can slip in and I can get some stuff. Eagle fans, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. Yeah. So they put you in the garden department now, huh?
Yeah, to get
okay. See, they realized they were messing with me and I wasn't coming in buying lumber. They said, no, we got to put them down in the garden department because we don't want to mess up those lumber sales.
Did you come down here and find me anyway?
I can't be down here. I was wondering, man, because I haven't seen you much since the Super Bowl.
Okay, now you're going to go there, right?
I was just saying, because that week after the Super Bowl, I couldn't find you.
Okay.
Quiet, didn't he? You ready for the draft, man? What's your team going to do with those 2 first-round picks, man?
I don't know.
Are you going for Bijan?
I'm listening to all the critics and the way the running back market is. I'm not sure. I'd love to have him, though.
All right, well, I'm hoping you guys take him before we do, because I'm not looking to get another running back. I'm looking to get me some impact.
I want that guy, that decent lineman.
Uh-huh.
I don't think he's going to be around at 10. That boy from Georgia.
Well, we're heading to, I'm actually going to be there at the draft, so we're driving up on Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
All right, so we've now found out how you silence an Eagle fan. Bring up the Super Bowl.
All right, so I learned something very, very good. All you got to do is talk about that L in the Super Bowl, and it stops. It stops them right dead in their tracks right there. If I could draft a receiver, who would I pick? Damn. You know, here's the thing. Here's the thing as far as wide receivers go. You know, I actually like Zay Flowers. And the reason, and you know, he's small. He's small. Forgive me on this one. But see, here's my thing. Right now, a lot of people say, well, we're good on wide receivers. I actually don't really want to draft a wide receiver. I actually want to look at trying to get DeAndre Hopkins. In the same way, Green Bay knew they needed to get that deal because they wanted the draft picks. I think the same thing's going to happen with the Cardinals, that they're going to end up saying, you know what, I'm going to end up taking, let's take a little bit less. Let's eat a little bit of that contract. Let's try and save some money. Because, see, Zay Flowers is a guy who can catch the ball in traffic. He's that smurf, that small guy that you put in the slot. Because here's the thing. CD, of course, is your number one guy, right? We're good right there. You look at Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks is that deep threat. Michael Gallup used to be that deep threat. But you need that guy who can catch the ball in traffic. Now, the problem for wide receivers is very rarely do wide receiver. Oh, there's Lola. What's up, Miss Hot Sauce? The problem is you need that guy who can catch the ball in the middle in the traffic, because it's about using up the whole field and making the teams respect the whole field. If you got the guy who can go deep in Brandon Cooks, if you got the guy who, of course, can make the moves on the other side with CeeDee Lamb, you need the guy who can go across the middle and catch stuff. And that's where I look at it and say DeAndre Hopkins has got flypaper for hands and catches everything. You put DeAndre Hopkins on this team, I believe you got a Super Bowl team. I believe you have a Super Bowl team. I look at it from the standpoint of getting rid of Amari Cooper may have been the difference of us winning the Super Bowl, going to a Super Bowl, than not. We were so poor at wide receiver, just were. And there's no way you can quantify that. You can't put it all on the quarterback and say, well, he sucks. If the guys he's throwing to don't have experience, aren't getting separation, are tipping the ball up to the enemy, you can't put that all on the quarterback. And that's where I believe we need to have some great receivers. If your thing is well, Dak needs help, then go out and get him some help. Go out and get him as much help. You know what? If we're saying he's learning disabled, okay, like I was at school, then you get an extra tutor. You stay late. You study more. You do what you have to make them successful. I don't understand why this is such a big problem, because that's what the Eagles did to help Jalen Hurts. If you honestly, Miss Gibson, how you doing, Miss Gibson? If you honestly believe that Jalen Hurts did everything last year solely by himself, then you don't understand football. You don't understand football. I mean, are you going to equate the wide receiver core that the Eagles had versus the Dallas Cowboys? Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown? Are you going to quantify and say that the tight ends that we had versus your tight ends were comparable? Are we going to look and say that our offensive line was comparable to your offensive line? Clearly, Eagles, I'm giving you credit. I'm saying something good about you. You went out and you got pieces to help your quarterback out. We didn't do that. We did the opposite. We need more wide receivers in this draft. Let's say I agree with you. But if you went out and got Hopkins for a late round draft pick, then that gives you chances to get that defensive tackle, to get that offensive lineman, to get that tight end, and really make a move. I'm going for O-line and D-line. We can forget about the Cowboys going defensive line before 4. It's just not going to happen. Eagles are a one-hit wonder. And you know what? There's nothing I would enjoy more than to see the Eagles go down the toilet. I'm sorry if that sounds coarse, but I would love to see the Eagles literally take a nosedive. It's just something about seeing Philly 500 lose his mind.
Not penalty. You didn't see it went all the way down to 0. They didn't call nothing. Now they're going for it again. It should be 5-yard penalty.
Wow.
What are they doing with this shit?
Yeah, Philly.
Ain't no
Philly.
way.
Philadelphia. Philadelphia cream cheese. That's what I'm about to call them. Philadelphia cream cheese.
Fucking bullshit. Fucking rest. Fucking bullshit. It was a fucking stop the first time. Second time.
Philadelphia cream cheese.
And you didn't call it delayed game. Horse shit.
Oh my God, Bill.
I fire his ass.
Oh my God.
Ain't no fucking way.
Oh wow. I got hot sauce in my eye.
They might as well just, at this point, they might as well just kick the field goal and just end the game. Let it run down, kick the field goal, and win the game.
Fumble this shit. Fumble this mother.
Look at this.
Philadelphia cream cheese.
I got hot sauce in my eye.
You got hot sauce in your eye?
You know, I am going to disagree a little bit here with some of the people, because people say, oh, well, Dak's always had great talent. Well, you think about the year we got Amari Cooper. That was Michael Gallup's rookie year. And we had Cole Beasley, and that's it. People say, oh, well, he had Dez Bryant. He had Dez Bryant for 2 seasons, but Dez Bryant was not the same guy. And I think that we may have overrated Michael Gallup. No disrespect. Michael Gallup's a good receiver, but are we really looking at saying that Michael Gallup is a difference maker? In 2019, he had a great season. 1,107 yards, 16.8 per reception. But since that time, he's actually kind of gone downhill. 2020, 59 catches for 843 yards, 14.3. 2021, 12.7, 445 yards. And, of course, this past year, 39 receptions for 424 yards. Are we looking at saying that Michael Gallup is one of the top receivers in the NFL? Are we really saying that? He's had 1 season out of 5 over 1,000 and only had 3 over 500. I'm not sure that I'm ready to say that Michael Gallup is a great receiver. CD has only been here for 3 years. Amari Cooper was only here for 3 years. So, that's kind of, there's perception and then there's reality. Bachman overdrive. I felt like last year, McCarthy and Dak were both set up for failure. Honestly, I believe that the Cowboys actually were looking at basically throwing the season to go all in this year. But somehow that team overperformed. There's no way you can look at what the moves that the Cowboys made in the offseason and said, yeah, that's a Super Bowl team. We started the season with only one wide receiver that actually had an NFL touchdown catch. That's it. I don't know how you look at that and say that's a Super Bowl team. Hey, E-Girls, mods, I'm keeping count on your emojis. Uh-oh. Mark, if we could somehow get D-Hop, do you realize that we're Super Bowl down? That's what let's say. I've been saying that for a while, man. If the Cowboys really want to say we're all in and we're trying to get that Super Bowl, go get D-Hop. You saw what Amari Cooper did for this team when you brought him in. You bring in DeAndre Hopkins and get him in the slot. Man, shit. That would be as big a move as A.J. Brown was for the Eagles. Well, the thing is, here's the thing. Michael Gallup should be better this year. But think about this. 2020, 843 yards. 2021, 445. 2022, 424. And he's got 19 TDs in the course of 5 seasons. So how much do you really expect Michael Gallup to do? I get it. I get it that last year was an injury-filled season. 2021 wasn't. 2020 wasn't. And both of those 2 years were kind of meh. Again, here's the thing. I'm telling you, the Cardinals will be, right now, the Cardinals are kind of sweating it, looking at, 12-gauge shotgun in their face of $29 million cap hit. $29.9 million. They want to move him. They want to move him. So you may see them a draft day move to try and get him off the books. And I would think the Cowboys should be interested. Maybe they won't, but I think you should be. If your whole goal is we're trying to help our quarterback, we're trying to win the Super Bowl. That would be my take. Now, again, I am just a guy who, has a day job in the voodoo doll and has no pull with the Cowboys. Also today, the Cowboys cut tight end Ian Bunting, D-back Isaac Taylor Stewart, and who else did they cut? Linebacker Devontae Bold. All three of them did not pass their physical designation, so they ended up getting rid of those guys, clearing some of the dead weight right now. I'm still wondering what's going to happen with Jordan Lewis, if he is going to be brought back. Having missed him most of the season last year, you could look and see, well, if we cut him, we can save an additional $4 to $5 million. But isn't that the most embarrassing? Eagles have won the Super Bowl with a bunch of backup players. Oh, Philadelphia.
Enough is enough! I have had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane! Everybody strap in! I'm about to open some fucking windows.
Eagle fans, good God. What is wrong with you guys tonight? Oh, boy. What is wrong with you? You Eagle fans are feisty tonight. That was, okay. I am Bunting. Rodney, I don't get that one. I don't get that question there. So as we get ready, tomorrow's another big day because I've got to get everything together for the road trip. I am excited. I am hopeful that the Cowboys do great things, that we have some decent weather, and that all will be well on the road. I felt like this season, I know this sounds like Charlie Brown, that every year we all get ready to kick the football and we feel like this is going to be the year. This is going to be the one. But this year has really felt so different in so many different ways. The moves that the Cowboys have already made with keeping key personnel, the moves of getting Stephon Gilmore, the move of getting Brandon Cooks. I feel like this is the year that the Cowboys are honestly trying to make that play, trying to get this thing together, and that maybe for once, just for once, that it could be a good season. You Eagle fans, you know what? You could take a slice of humble pie. You guys have this arrogance, and, it's crazy that it's been 20 years since a team has repeated as division champions. And that includes you guys after winning the Super Bowl. That includes the Giants twice winning the Super Bowl. The fact that you now have that first place schedule, that you'll be playing better quarterbacks, that the word is out on you guys, okay? You're not going to sneak up on people. That your quarterback now has that target on his back and has that weight of that big-ass contract on his shoulders. That you've lost your offense and defensive coordinators, as much as you malign them and everything else, and think that it was just the players that did all of it, not the coordinators putting them in positions to be successful. To not realize that you are destined to fall back, that the teams that lose the Super Bowl don't go back the next year. that you guys are so arrogant that you don't even realize all of these things. That you automatically think that last year where everything, I don't know if you had a horseshoe up your ass, but everything went right for you guys last year on the injury front, on all of the moves that you made. Nothing blew up in your face. And that shit is not normal. That shit is not sustainable. You're going to have hard times this year. So get ready for it. The question is, are the Skins going to be a contender now that the scumbag Snyder is gone? It's going to take time for them. It's going to take time for them to improve. Not a bunch of backups here. No backup coaches anymore either. There you go.
Oh, big run. Oh, he fumbled. Oh, he fumbled. Shit.
He's still.
Oh, he play Slay.
Might be what Philly
now he's about to lose his mind.
He hasn't seen the play yet.
Please tell me why he missed it.
You know, we have got to have some bad games for we have to have Philly 500 meltdowns. You know, this is the one thing that I'm going to miss being at the draft is not being able to have my Philly 500 meltdowns, not being able to follow along with all of the other guys in real time. But, you know, it is what it is. All right, good people. It's been a long day. Get your shot glasses ready. And we're going to be getting our stuff together. Tomorrow will be a big day, and then we'll be on the road. So make sure you guys are ready because we're going to be getting the content out all the time on the road. We love you too, Spare None. As always, thank you, everybody. I appreciate the support. Don't forget, come Wednesday, the day after tomorrow, we'll be on the road. We'll be popping up all kinds of content, having all kinds of conversations while we're on the road. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. It's time to turn out the lights. This party's over.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow